Hi everyone, you are welcome to our week 4 on ethics, legal and ethical issues in counseling. Legal and ethical issues in counseling. And the topic for discussion today, our topic for discussion today is on equality, equity, and diversity. Equality is not the same as equity. Equality is not the same as equity. We shall know the difference between equality and equity in this particular lesson. So we live in a diverse world and we are not the same. And when we talk about diversity, it's about we understanding the fact that each individual is unique in their own ways and to do things in their own ways. So we need to carve a balance for which each and every individual benefits from whatever engagement that we involve them. So our understanding to navigate and work with the challenges that we encounter in the midst of people who are different, who act differently, who relate with that differently, is very key to our profession. So what exactly do we mean when we talk about equality and diversity in counseling? Diversity is understood to mean a presence of particular differences between individuals in a group of people or a society. So we diversify through the big seven. We diversify through the big seven. And the big seven are, we are different because of age, we are different because of gender, we are different because of race, we are different because of religion, we are different because of our ability, we are different because of our sexuality, we are different because of our socioeconomic background or class. So the British Psychological Society Code of Ethics and Conduct, and as well other organizations, indicate that the counselor must respect individual, cultural, and the role of differences, including but not exclusive to those involving age, disability, education, ethnicity, gender, language, national origin, race, religion, sexual orientation, marital and family status, and socioeconomic background. So as you can see, an extension part of what we have given. This is what the BPCs are telling us. So healthcare professions also encourage counselors not to allow personal views or beliefs to negatively impact on their professional advice that they offer. It means if my view is different from your view from a particular culture, it doesn't mean I should allow my view to supersede what I came to meet. So therefore, issues of racism is not found in the counseling therapy. And the present society we find ourselves is highly multicultural in nature. And we need to accept and understand the fact that we all cannot be the same. So therefore, therapy should not be the same for everyone. Based on the American Psychological Association's view, gender is a term used to describe the attributes, attitudes, feelings, behaviors that a given culture associates with a person's biological sex. So when we talk about gender, it's not about just the sex, whether you are male or female, it's about the role you play. So if female can play the role of a male, what about that one? This is where we have the intersex activities that are occurring. So if you are not careful, you may even utter or divulge a word that is so sensitive that it will go against the smooth running of a therapy. There are many factors that contribute towards bias, and they are for cognitive factors, personality factors, motivational factors, and social factors that makes us or that lead you, the counselor, to mistreat or maltreat or to disorganize and handle someone wrongly. So we assume that race is genetic, formed at biological level. When you see yourself to be different from other in terms of color, it's highly genetic. The moment the person is born and they look different from another person, they think that they are unique in their own way. and no other person can come into their lane. Another view on race is that of race being a social construct. Sometimes society constructs it, and that's the view of Lopez. The existence of racism mentioned in various sectors, such as employment and housing, that go against us. So therefore, we need to guard against this when it comes to our profession. Equality is about fairness. It's about fairness. When we treat people fairer, regardless of their evidence or eminent differences, we are talking about equality. So it highlights that we not only have a duty to demonstrate equality and respect diversity in our culture, but then we also must uphold the values that come with it. We need to respect, we will endeavor to demonstrate equality, value individual diversity, and ensure inclusion for all. Justice, the fair and impartial treatment of all clients, and the provision of adequate services for everyone, regardless of what they came with, is what we term as justice, which falls under equality. What are the barriers in relating? How diversity impacts on our therapeutic relationship? The barriers. When we lack knowledge about the culture, it serves as a barrier, and we end up saying things that are not said, doing things that are not done. So try to always understand the culture that you find yourself and the kind of therapy that you choose for that particular culture in order not to trampede on the processes of the culture. Knowledge is key, and you can only get knowledge when you explore the environment, the culture you find yourself in. Accessibility is another therapeutic challenge. Not all buildings or not all spaces are accessible. Sometimes you need protocols to follow before you access it. So if, let's say, a client is crippled, can the client climb a stair? Case difficult. You think about communication is another one. Sometimes the communicate or the voice that we use or the medium of interaction we use might be different from where you find yourself to practice. And this one serves as what? A potential barrier to your practice in a multicultural setting, which may go against the diversity that we are preaching, equality that we are preaching, equity that we are talking about. How important is diversity? It helps you, the counselor, to know who you are dealing with, how to deal with the person, and when to deal with the person. It allows you to accept the fact that individuals are come from diverse backgrounds, so therefore they need to be treated in that way. So these are few references that you need to know. Have them, and one is the ethical framework for good practice in counseling. You can just click on the link and it will lead you to where it was found. And we have the Core Ito, Issues and Ethics in Helping Professions. We have the UK ACES. That is 2018, published 2018, Diversity Issue in Counseling Practice. So you click on it and you get the information. This comes to our end of lecture, and I implore each and every one of us here